Securing your WordPress website can feel a little bit like trying to take your dog's favorite toy away from him, because no matter what you do, he's going to want it, he's going to get it, he's going to rip it apart, it's going to be all over the floor, and it's going to be a pain to clean up. And it's the same with trying to keep baddies out of your website. The good news is you can get it all buttoned up and really tight within half an hour with these 4 easy steps. Hi, my name is Peter and I'm the CTO and co-founder of Cicalofia, a digital marketing agency, where one of the things we do is secure WordPress websites, make them, build them, and all the fun stuff in between. The first thing I have for you is probably one of the simplest, because one of the first obstacles in keeping somebody out is making it difficult and non-easy to get in, because one of the first ways and easiest ways people get in is by just going to WP-admin and hammering that login. So if you change where the login address is, you eliminate right about an 85% or so of all your attacks and reduce your server load and make things cleaner. This doesn't solve everything, obviously, but it's one of the easiest and fastest things you can do to really make things a lot harder for people to get in. The way you do that is use a simple plugin called WPS Hide Login. That's it. You can get it right here. If we look at the screen, just type in WPS Hide Login. Wait for that to load. It's this one. And don't mind my image is not loading. I'm running this on local. Just going to install it. And there's not much else to do. You install it, you activate it, go to the settings. That's it. You can set this to whatever you'd like. Login is a great one. User login, enter, have fun, pick your poison. But that's all you do. Install it. And honestly, you don't have to do anything afterwards, but I do recommend changing it away from login as well to something less invasive, especially if it's just your own website and you're the only one managing it or just a few people. Make it easy. If you have users, that becomes a different story. But just do this. It's going to make things so much easier, and it gets rid of a lot of the issues with people trying to hammer and spam your logins. Something that people are very reluctant to do is to actually purchase a firewall service. The two we recommend are 1, Sucuri, and 2, the Cloudflare application firewall, WAF. Both options are paid options. With Cloudflare, I believe it's $15 a month, and they do also have a WordPress performance and a little bit of security optimization plugin for I think like $5-ish more or so. Point is, it's pretty cheap and it secures so much. Let me give you an example. This is for our website, and we have it running. We have the Pro plan, and it's blocked in just the last, what is this set to? Wow, in just the past little while, 46,000 events, and it's blocked 16,000 baddies in this little while. And you get all these metrics, which honestly don't do too much for me, but it's blocked so many people. And in my particular case, it let a lot of things through because I do have some specific rules for some internal, things to get around it for internal users, staff, and the fun stuff. But overall, it blocks a heck of a lot of requests from this. Not only does it block it on the network level, it does have some things to help detect it. They recently came out with an AI maze tool to help block AI tools from scraping and using your websites if that's what you want. And they're always developing and adding new technologies to make it safe. It's network level security. It's network level security. It's really powerful. It's extremely configurable. If you don't want to play around with all the security rules that they have, you can use some of their built-in ones. They honestly should just enable the basic things they have if you don't want to play around with it too much. They do come with some built-in ones as well. Activate those as well. You don't have to play around with it too much. You can just say, hey, this is what we need, answer a few of their questions. And there are some other settings you can play around with, and we didn't enable everything, but it's good enough for what we do, and it's very cheap. Sucuri is likewise a very cost-effective tool. Sucuri, a lot like the Cloudflare firewall, sits in front of your website, protecting it from baddies. It has a lot of great features. It does things differently than the Cloudflare firewall, but it does a lot of the same things. Feel free to check it out and all the great stuff they do. It does also help with performance a bit. They have many plans, but don't care about the price so much because these are yearly prices. If you break this down into the year, it ends up being less than $20 a month. And even these things, the bigger plans for more websites, which if you have one website, don't even worry about this one. We use these ones on the agency plans, kind of obviously, but these things break it down into monthly prices and they save you so much trouble and so much pain. Break it down to a monthly price, and this is negligible in terms of business costs. We, though, generally try to go with the firewall plans. Sometimes we go with these for a lot of these other goodies they include, but the firewall plan has almost everything you'd ever need. So $20 a month, 20 times 12, a little bit over 200, 250-ish. I'm rounding numbers, add tax and all those fun things. These are pretty cheap, and it'll protect your website extremely well. In every single website where we've had Sucuri, we've never had an issue. Though, knock on wood, these things work really darn well. They're extremely sensitive, which is a good thing and a bad thing because Sucuri, unlike Cloudflare, does require a little bit more hand-holding and tweaking, but that's easy to do. And their support is phenomenal, and they can help you very quickly, and they're very knowledgeable. One of the easiest ways to start doing that is to install a plugin called WordFence. It's a well-rated plugin, does a lot of things. It has a free version, which is very important for a lot of us, but also has a paid version, which we recommend you use. Once you install it, you will see it asking you for a license. Don't worry about that though. You can get a free license. All you do is click the button, select the free license, usually on the left side. Do not click the blue button because they want you to pay for things. Click the OK, I'm okay waiting for things. Click OK, enter your email address, say no to things. Click that, click register, and you'll get the key in your email. Once inside, just click a few buttons to go through initial scan, set some of the initial security settings, hardening settings, and off you go. Just follow the instructions, go step by step, go to the tools page, the settings page, click on a lot of the options, and you're good to go. This next one is built into WordFence as well, though I personally don't like the one built into WordFence, but you can and should be using 2FA, meaning two-factor authentication. A lot of us have experienced this with Google logins where they ask you to, hey, is this really you that we're sending a message to your phone? Though technically, just to be clear, that's VFA, variable factor authentication, or MFA, multi-factor authentication. There's a lot of names for it these days. But think of it this way. It's not just username and password. Maybe using a passkey, which would be great, which WordPress doesn't really use for the most part just yet. But two-factor would be they're asking for some secondary authentication in order to get in and do it. WordFence, of course, is one of those. And there are many others, such as WP space 2FA, Release and Simple Security, some sort of does that, and a whole bunch of these others. Google Authenticator is a big one, which uses the Google authentication thing, though it's not created by Google in this particular case, and so on and so on. There's a whole bunch of these things. There's even a tool that you can kind of sort of use through Cloudflare, but beside the point, there's a lot of these tools. Pick one. It doesn't matter which one, as long as it's well rated. Pick it, use 2FA, use SMS authentication. You might have to pay for that one though. But if you use a 2R code or like Google Authenticator, Authy, which is technically getting deprecated, or some way just to save the 2FA code on your phone. And many of the password managers have these tools built in. Bitwarden can save your 2FA code in your Bitwarden, so you don't even need your phone. You just use the 2FA code already on your password manager. It autofills it in sometimes. It's so much easier, and it's super duper secure, and almost always free to do on services like this. But they're probably not doing their darndest for security, performance, user authentication, and all those fun things. Because for $5 a month, why are they going to care? They just get somebody else to pay them $5. Pay for a really, really good host. There are multiple of managed hosting providers which do a lot of the back-end stuff for you and can help you with security, and sometimes have that security stuff built in, and can lock down the website a lot. Kingsta's a really good one. Comes with a pretty penny. There's Pantheon, I believe. It was called WP Engine, Flywheel. A lot of great ones. Avoid things like GoDaddy. Avoid HostGator. And I'm talking about the lower end of all of these things. DigitalOcean, if you want to host your own, that's great. But then you have to manage this yourself. And why? You can pay a very nominal cost and have all of that security managed for you. To me, as a business owner, that just makes logical sense. Why should I have to worry about it when I can pay somebody for a cost I can easily pay, and off they go and don't have to worry about it? So do that. Secure your website, get a firewall, put a good plugin in there, change the login address, put it on a good host, and take care of your website. As the final kind of extra tip, honestly, don't use third-party plugins that are junk. Don't put bad code on your website. Try to minimize the number of third-party plugins you have. And I know that's not always possible, but if you have 1 million plugins, that's 1 million extra ways people can potentially get in. So minimize, strategize, and use the tools you have to get the most out of them without just bombarding things with all these extra things which allow more attack vectors. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. Let us know. We'd love to review them. See you next time.